Hello, good afternoon. Thank you. Abu.
Never get tired of hearing that song, Vladdy.
No, never.
We'll get to Istanbul in a second. I know the guys will want to hear about that incredible night in Turkey, but just in terms of your career at Liverpool from the start, when you found out the move could potentially happen, what went through your head when you heard that you could potentially sign for this fantastic football club?
Yeah, I played, that time I played in Lens in France, and Liverpool were looking for a replacement of Steve McManaman, who was leaving to Real Madrid. So I knew Liverpool is interested on me, sign me, because Patrick Berger, my friend, my long time friend, you know, he was already at Liverpool. So he called me and he said, Vladdy, maybe we may be lucky, we may play together again, because we played together at Slavia Prague. And yeah, that's when first time I had this news that I can go to Liverpool. And of course, it was my dream to play for Liverpool one day, because I was small, as a young boy, you know, I was following Liverpool. Liverpool, they were winning the European Cups, you know, there was the 80s and the 70s. So I was big fan of Liverpool. So when I had this opportunity to sign for Liverpool, it was fantastic.
Everyone here would love to have walked out at Anfield and experienced that. You've done it. What was it like the first time you walked out of that stadium, you had the shirt on, you heard the crowd, you heard the call?
Yeah, for first game I was very nervous, because playing in front of the Cup, you know, at Anfield was a big responsibility, because Liverpool is a massive club, and they were expecting, or they are expecting the players perform and play well, winning the trophies, winning the games. So of course I feel that this kind of the pressure, and it was difficult. Quite first game I was quite nervous. I think I didn't play well, and we lost 1-0 to Watford. So it wasn't a great results for us. But then of course I get used to it, and then it was pleasure to play at Anfield, because after 6 years I felt really like home, and at the end we won a few trophies. So it was great, and I was very sad to leave Anfield. But of course, one day everyone has to go, and yeah, I had a great 6 years at Anfield.
Yeah, you did win a few trophies. 2001, you joined, 1999. 2001, incredible season. You won the 3 cups, and then, well, other cups beyond that in total. But in terms of the 3 main cups that you won, the League Cup, the FA Cup, the UEFA Cup, what made that team successful? What made that happen? Because to do that is incredible, to win so many knockout matches.
Yes, I think the cup competition suited us really well. We were a little bit struggling in the league, but at the end we finished 4th, which secured our place in the Champions League next season. So it was very good as well. But the cup competition, we just felt it's our chance, because we were far away from winning the Premier League. So, and we had really good squad. We were good friends between us, each other, you know, and we said these cups competition are for us. We had a little bit of luck some games, but you know, when you're ready, luck comes to your way. So, and very important was to winning the first cup. I know it was on the, I would like to say, smallest cup, the League Cup, but we beat Birmingham City in the final on penalties. So you know, it's nothing great, but it gave us a lot of confidence. And then it was special to play on 1 week. We played FA Cup final on Saturday or Sunday, I don't know, and then Wednesday we play UEFA Cup final. So in like 6 days playing 2 finals like this, massive finals, was great to be part of it. And more special was that we won both. So that was great. And 3 trophies in 1 season was special achievement.
Which of those trophies stood out for you most of all, do you think?
Oh, English guy would say FA Cup, but I go for the UEFA Cup, because it was still European Cup, and for me it was bigger to win. So the funny thing was, I was in starting 11 for FA Cup, and I was a sub for the European final. So And if I would like to have change. You know, some English guy, they didn't start the FA Cup and they started the European Cup. So, well, doesn't matter. At the end, we won it, so I was happy.
It's all right, you won it. It's okay. In terms of that UEFA Cup final, though, it was an incredible match. It was crazy. What was it like watching that unfold and then becoming involved in it?
Yeah, at the start we were cruising. We were playing well, leading 2-0. Gary McAllister had a great game. He was man of the match. You know, he at the end scored a winning goal. But yeah, I thought we controlled the game, and suddenly something happened, and Alaves, you know, scored in the last minute, 3-3. Then we had the extra time. So Robbie scored, and we were leading again. They again equalized, but then they were at 9 men. I think they had 2 red cards. It helped us, and we won the game. But we played semi-final against Barcelona. We drew 0-0 at Barcelona, and we beat them 1-0 at Anfield. And all the people, a lot of fans, they said, "Oh, it's going to be boring final. Liverpool is playing boring football," and and we won the final 5-4. So you know, I played 2 European Cup finals with Liverpool, and one we won 5-4, and second in Istanbul, you know, 3-3 on penalty. So I think we were very entertainment, you know, at the end.
Well, you've said the I word, Istanbul. Who'd like to hear about that incredible Champions League victory? Should we speak about Istanbul? I think we should. Okay, let's talk about the run to the final first, because, well, actually it was the anniversary of the game against Olympiacos yesterday. So from that game from there on, talk about that experience, because it was just incredible. You were going out.
Yeah, at that time I was injured. You know, at the start of the season, the Champions League, I had a knee operation. I was injured for 6 months, so I was not involved in the game against Olympiacos. But I just before the game, I just took it as a granted that we're going to win. Of course, we needed to win by difference by 2 goals, but even we had some injuries, but I thought we were going to win easily. But we were 1-0 down at half time. And Stevie G scored a winner 10 minutes before the end, and we won it was the cracking one. It was a really fantastic shot, you know, outside from the box, 3-1. The atmosphere at Anfield was special. Yes, the European nights at Anfield, it's something special. Honestly, if you have a chance to go there once, just go there, because it's the atmosphere is completely different than in the league games.
The atmosphere at European nights is very special. It was very special that night, but against Chelsea in the semi-final and reaching the final, it was something different, wasn't it? That was an incredible night.
Yeah, that was maybe the best atmosphere I ever had at Anfield. The Anfield was like, you know, that gave you so much energy that we knew we were going to make it. We're going to win against Chelsea. We scored early, I think after 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Luis Garcia scored his goal, and well, why are you smiling? Hey, you don't think it was the goal? Well, me too. I'm happy there was no goal technology yet. And yeah, that night it was tough. You know, Chelsea they were playing well. They had a good team. It was at the start of Abramovich era, and well, Anfield, the fans helped us a lot that night. You know, and then before we had the great game against Juventus, we beat Juventus in 2 games. We play well. These games, Rafa prepared us really well tactically. We knew what to do, and we went to the final.
Yeah, Leverkusen, Juventus, Chelsea, gone. The final, AC Milan at the Ataturk Stadium. An AC Milan team that had Maldini and Crespo and Shevchenko, Pirlo, some of the greatest names who've ever played the game. And you guys gave them a 3-0 start and still beat them.
Yes, 3-0. We didn't expect it, of course. We 3-0 down. I think first goal hurt us, you know, because you prepare for the final. We had 10 days break between the last game of the season against Aston Villa and the final. So you prepare practically every day. You're concentrating how you're going to start, how you're going to play, you know. So we prepare our tactics. And imagine after 2 minutes you concede a goal. So it's not really the start you were looking for. But and then Harry Kewell got injury, so I was lucky to no, I was very happy that Rafa just chose me and picked me and said you can replace him, because maybe we were already 1-0 down. So Didi Hamann was on the bench. Was a little bit surprising. We were expecting Didi to play, but he didn't. And unfortunately, AC Milan, they was that night playing so well the first half. They scored another 2 goals because they hit us on the breaks and well, comfortably leading 3-0. It could have been maybe more. So that was the difficult part to accept it.
But then I'll ask you the question that everyone will ask you every time they see you, and everyone will want to hear here. What was said at half-time? What happened in the dressing room that sparked that incredible turnaround?
Yeah, it was, of course, difficult at the start, or the first few minutes, 5 minutes, nobody was talking. It was completely quiet at the dressing room. Everyone just had the head down, you know, and we couldn't believe it was happened. 3-0 down. We knew for ourselves, it's maybe only a chance to win the Champions League, because we knew we will not play every year the Champions League final. So very disappointed with the score. But Rafa Benitez, after he came, and he was starting to be very positive. He had his plan in his head, and he changed the team. He was trying to give us back a little bit of confidence. And he said, boys, we got 40,000 fans at the stadium. Come on, we need to it's still 45 minutes in front of us. We can do something. We can probably score the goals. He put Stevie G a little bit higher on the pitch, and it helps because Stevie G scored the first goal with a header, but because he was at his position, and suddenly our team was really working well. And when Stevie G scores, then then it starts something special. It starts our comeback. So. But at the halftime, there were some really important moments just before the left as well. Stevie just was talking a little bit. He had a little speech as a captain. So it was. And when we went out, the fans were singing. You know, our hymn, "You Never Walk Alone." It was like we were looking at each other. How it comes. You know, we are 3-0 down, and the fans still are singing. So I think it was very important. We came out with our different plan. And AC Milan just came back, and they thought they're going to play the same way as they did the first half. But that was a mistake.
Certainly was. We'll wrap things up in just a second, but then just about that final then. You score the second goal. You then have to take a penalty in the penalty shootout. That was going to be your last kick of a football as a Liverpool player. You were leaving at the end of the season. What goes through your head? What are the emotions with that responsibility?
It was a massive responsibility, of course, because I knew it's going to be my last kick in Liverpool shirt. I put myself under maybe more pressure, and I just said to myself, "Vladi, just go up, just score the goal." That was. I just wanted to leave on a high, and I knew if I scored, there is only Shevchenko, Stevie G behind me. That I knew we going. If I scored 3-2, I said, "Yeah, Stevie G will score." Or who knows what's happened? Shevchenko missed. He didn't need to go there and score, but yeah, I just really wanted to touch the cup. You know, touching this European Cup, it was my dream. Not only my dream, but